going live。OK。Are you ready？ 係昨晚的 UFO， 今天的鬼影片啊嚇！即係我發覺咧，其實尋晚嚟講，即係回顧一下，即係每一次做完咧，即係有時人咧靜靜雞嘅時候咧，回顧一下，即係尋晚咧，我覺得咧，即係技術性太多啦。係昨晚嚟講，因為我咧就因為呢個環節係介紹啲嚇，即係對我嚟講係好嘢啦。當然好嘢咧，即係我好似介紹俾大家嘅當中咧，真係有啲心虛啊！點樣講咧？喂，學術性太高啊！其實你明唔明啊？尋晚我好擔心大家唔係好明喎，即係學術性係咪高咗少少咧？即係可能啊，嗰啲啊做 CG 啊嗰啲特技人員、技術人員，唔係特技啊技術啦，嗰啲 visual effect artist 啊，哇！佢哋講嗰啲嘢咧，好似唔係好明喎。不過一點都要帶出嚟，即係尋晚嚟講 UFO 啦。今晚咧就同一班底咧，其實促展大家啊，即係正所謂啦，即係有陣時人咧要提高啲咩啊？提高即係有陣時人話智慧咧，唔係個個都有。即係我自認咧都唔係有嗰種智慧嚟講，都有分或者係講遠啲嚟講，有啲人就係由大道大德啊大智慧啊，呢有個大字咧就係阿達啲噶啦，馬來西亞人叫阿達，即係話高尚啲噶。我哋真係未稱到自己有個智慧，起碼即係由皮毛開始咧，就起碼咧智慧再落嚟咩啊？知識，即係知識我都未有喎，你浸過你先知知識喎，嗰樣嘢啊！你收你維修員，你收為一個維修員，你讀過都唔係知識嚟喎，你親手去喐過嗰樣嘢，浸過啦，所以成套嘢咧嗰個邏輯咧、思維咧。分解咧就喺你嘅腦海嗰度分解出嚟，嗰啲又包括學術性嘅嘢technical 技術上嘅嘢就化為你嘅邏輯變出嚟嗰個流線先通噶嘛，嗰樣先叫知識。即係未有呢樣嘢之前咧，皮毛開始係咩啊？就有一樣叫做俾大家多啲見聞啊。所以呢啲人一種見聞嚟嘅，所以有見聞嘅人咧，真係其實我。當時慢慢發覺有啲行業就知好多嘢嘅，包括係嗰啲所謂嘅 visual artist visual artist 咧，其實你俾個鬼影片佢睇咧，佢肯定笑你嘅，因為佢哋嘅眼中咧唔係淨係影片咁簡單，有好多細節我哋唔知噶。就好似尋日咧，所謂我介紹嗰啲大神咧，你睇下佢哋嘅智慧，佢哋嘅邏輯佢哋分析嗰啲嘢咧，其實係識好多嘢嘅，即係。點解我會介紹嗰啲平台咧？我覺得好難得一班 visual artist 去討論嗰樣嘢，好難得噶。好似我哋而家我又識皮毛啦，即係起碼做影片production 嘅嘢，我起碼知道點樣操作。如果揾另外一位嚟同我講，我都覺得難。即係可能係咁難得咧，佢哋可以坐住一班咁專業嘅 visual artist 去討論嗰影片對我嚟講係一個見聞嚟嘅。係啊，第一啦 visual artist 嘅人咧就唔信世界上有鬼，因為佢睇過太多假嘢嘛。第二種人咧，即係我覺得學者研究歷史學者咧，通常都唔係好信神論嘅。點樣講咧？神有分好多級啊嘛。如果係人物嗰啲神論如果係研究學者嚟講一般上咧都唔係話好信嗰樣嘢嘅，因為佢哋知道成條流線咧，嗰人物點嚟。點樣一個政治或者某一些原因去推崇嗰樣嘢，就變咗嗰樣嘢，就變咗萬人崇拜嗰樣嘢喎。所以呢樣嘢嚟講即係有兩種人啦，就唔係好信鬼神嘅。今日咧就仍然睇影片嘅係，哎呀又睇大家嘅留言先嘅喎，即係盡快今日尋晚就應承咗大家今日係放 part 2啊。其實佢哋。呢班 visual artist 咧都有分解嗰啲靈異嘅一啲嘢嘅。不過今日咧，如果大家留心睇咧，我諗可以收藏一輩子噶啦。即係嗰樣嘢點嚟，來龍去脈，起碼有個認知。多謝有好多朋友隨心S Alex Young Monster，Mandy Ng 嘅課金話 Mandy Ng 好早俾咗課金有 Marin Chan Monster 有新朋友喎，天元師傅好啊，阿 Freddie 啊 Helen Ray 啊，小顏啊，喂啊你啲朋友啊都入咗嚟，所以我哋技術性分析啊，今日就仍然係分享嘅，係分享啊呢個影片啊就立刻去片啊，今次咧佢哋係講一啲挑選嗰啲靈異影片嘅喎，有咩靈異影片咧？啊咁要睇一睇噶啦嚇，我立刻去片嘅。好，今日咧就哎呀嗱呢班人咧叫做咩 Corridor Crew 啊 Corridor 啊，即係呢個名響呢度噶，即係可以如果有對於啲技術性嘅朋友可以去研究下嘅，可以跟一跟嘅嚇呢一個 channel。好，就開個字幕又行啦，行車啊
！Cryptids, people from all over the globe have managed to capture images and videos。
相信呢啲啊，大家都係睇過啦嚇 ，forward message， forward 嗰啲影片。
This is like the
笑得好開心。
looking security camera footage.
Wow, that's some VFX.
The things that we can use to prove that it's VFX all happen at the end here. Nico.
Hi, Sam.
It has come to my attention that the world has another plague on its hands.
Oh no.
Cryptids.
The city of Amarillo, Texas is asking folks to guess, what is this thing?
So, on previous debunk episodes here, we have covered the UAPs and UFOs that live in the skies above us. But there are still so many paranormal moments captured on footage that happen here on the ground. Everything from ghosts, orbs, and today, cryptids. You may have heard of the phrase cryptid before, but if you haven't,
呢啲神秘生物啦，啲西方神秘生物cryptids
comes from when you combine the word creepy and dude, you get cryptid.
講笑嘅啫，佢呢句説話。
So cryptids, I believe the stages they go from invisible cryptid to orb to wisp to transparent humanoid form, and then they physically manifest finally as a cryptid. Fortunately, people from all over the globe have managed to capture images and videos. And so today we have a wide array of clips documenting cryptids in all of their various forms.
All right, so we're gonna sit back and we're gonna apply our knowledge of camera trickery, visual effects, special effects. We're gonna try to figure out if what we're looking at has been faked or if it's something real on camera that's unexplainable.
Are you ready for this?
Hit me!
Alright， 就開始咯嚇。今次咧即係平時咧呢啲咁樣嘅主題咧，即係我本人講得多，睇下啲大神同你哋即係起碼多啲見聞嘅咯。咁我睇一睇你哋對啲影片有咩睇法啦嚇，係大家分享下先。
Let's go.
Oh wow, isn't that creepy?
It's like a little praying mantis just creeping in a driveway.
Something is like hanging from his mouth or
Got
something.
like a weirdly shaped head.
Where are the arms?
The thing dangling out of his head, I think, is just his other arm.
Oh.
Like this.
Each time he turns, that we're just seeing his hand be like
Yeah.
this.
Sam, that's just a dude in a morph suit.
morph suit 係一種即係嗰啲青板人啊。
The creature/person looks really skinny and like lanky, and it looks like their head is like almost like a rectangle. But I have a feeling that's just really compression doing a number on it, because boy is this compressed. But I really think this is just a person in a morph suit or potentially even naked. But they're not really going anywhere or looking at anything. Like, it feels like they're acting. They're just doing an intentionally creepy walk.
Well, yeah, as we know, like cryptids, like the way they act is much different than this. I mean, I would imagine they're stealing stuff out of your cupboards. You know, they're like putting like little totems underneath your pillow when you sleep. You know, it's like that's clearly what they do. It's not bad though. It's not bad though. It piques my interest though. You know, you watch it and you're like, ooh, all right, I'm into this. Let's give it our final call. Is this a cryptid or cryptidn't?
Cryptidn't.
即係佢哋認為係一種人扮嘅，即係着住一個青布嗰種啦，係。你又點睇咧？如果呢個影片，如果佢唔係咁講嚟講，即係喺我哋眼光係人扮嘅。好嘅，而家睇 next 啊。不過我覺得 infrared 嚟講啦，如果發光體嚟講，都難你分得出嘅喎，係一個人嚟㗎啦。當然係關節上咁樣嘅 形體嚟講係一個人嘅關節。
So this
呢個好紅啊！呢個之頭我都有分解過嘅，呢個私底下同啲靈迷分解過嘅呢一單嘢係。
video, captured obviously by security cam footage, shows a man being attacked by a cryptid in its proto form, aka a completely transparent cryptid. It's very shocking.
即係當其時咧，我分解嚟講咧，即係如果大家知道 break dance 嚟講啊，即係佢跳舞步咧有一種舞咧就好似嘅，就唔知咪嗰個原因啊，或者係有啲拉線嘅舉動喎。
Whoa.
Oh. Is that fancy breakdancing?
啊，
Or is that a mysterious force?
啱啊！哇，佢好快喎，所以證明咗大神啊，大神真係大神啊，見聞好多啊，一睇就知啊。
Let me see his leg get lifted up again. So a little slippy do. Down he goes. Throws that pink towel. So right here, that scoot. Yeah, you won't be able to move like that. So something has to be pulling him around.
Something is holding onto his leg. It has like all the signs of a wire pull. Because it is a gym. They do have like, clearly, it's structurally sound enough to hang like, you know, load-bearing like ropes and stuff like that. So you could totally mount like a wire or something in that area.
When he gets lifted up by the leg, it looks like it's a rope pulling on his leg. And you'll notice the leg pulls him to a spot and then kind of goes up there. So if you were to take the motion of, say, a rope coming from a pulley on the ceiling and going down, the way he gets moved and pulled over to that spot and he's being pulled straight up there, that's the motion you would have from a rope being on the ceiling. If it was a person like pulling his leg along, he would just be scooting along the floor. He wouldn't get like scooted right to the spot and his leg wouldn't go straight up and then be like pulled straight up. Also, once he gets back up and he runs away.
You can see it with his motion where he's like favoring that foot. But then again, a ghost tried to dislocate it.
So my guess is that there would just be somebody pulling him around and they're just painting them out, which is like the oldest trick in the book when it comes to visual effects. Can I have proof that there's visual effects? No, it's so compressed, I don't really have anything I can particularly point to.
It's clumsy ghost. Like clearly the ghost is there to get this guy. And yet he spends his time milling around, bumping into stuff, tripping over balls, like going like, what does this button do? Boop, and turns off a light. You know, it's like, go for the kill.
I think it's a cryptid.
That's a cryptid.
啊，佢覺得係一種拉繩啊，或者係係有機心嘅一個舉動嚟嘅，即係拍呢個 video 啊，即係佢係咁樣分析嘅。嗱，而家時候睇一睇，及一及大家嘅留言先喎，大家講咗啲咩啊？睇下先。晚上好話説嚟咗啊，今日人齊啦。啊，今日上緊課，上課可能有啲悶嘅，不過咧認知更多啊，就唔會俾呢啲假嘅影片啊。今日影片叫咩啊？啊，叫做鬼影片啊，鬼影片啊，騙到很大的騙啊，騙子的騙啊，Hello Mandy， 你哋好啊，係。下次有直播嘅話，我可以分享一個個人親身經歷。喂，等你啊小顏，係咯，今日睇一睇先啦。睇到有拉線位，不過如果拉線位嚟講可以洗嘅咧，呢啲 visual effect 一個掣就洗咗嗰條線噶啦。繼續睇。
Is this thing on?
哇！呢個廣告嚟嘅，呢個係佢哋嘅廣告嚟嘅。好，我記得嚇。所以飛一飛廣告先嚇。哎呀，飛廣告我哋繼續睇咯喎，係。喂，有廣告啊，真係啊。
All right, we got one more invisible. This is like the fakest looking security camera footage. Like the lights are on. Like the lights are literally on. And it's green, like night vision. But the light, you could see the lights are on. You see the light casting, like they...
係啦，大家知唔知講緊乜嘢啊？呢一個唔係一個 night vision 嚟嘅，係只不過調咗青色嘅啫。睇得出嘅呢個絕對睇得出係。
Oh, I got the door handle. Oh, dramatically timed door handle right when it moves, it cut away. It's like, did a ghost move that door handle? Maybe. Could another person have done that easily? Yeah.
Just as easily. More plausibly.
Ooh, a shadow.
Oh.
有影啊
Unexplainable.
OK， 好諷刺啊！佢哋講嘢啊，真係無可解釋。即係其實係visual effect 係好容易做一個影，當然。
Like that one. Yeah, it's probably. I think that's a mask. That's like After Effects.
You're right. Looks like After Effects.
Yeah, there's nothing about that like significantly changes the lighting of the environment or shows that the shadow is being cast from any physical source. So obviously, yes, our option.
呢樣嘢如果之前有睇過，我 拆解一啲台灣嘅科學靈探嗰啲始祖，我曾經拆解過一個，呢個係我都係親身示範過啦。頭先個招係好容易做嘅，即係做個影係 very easy 嘅。
Are A ghost, B After Effects.
See the chair push. Come on, roll that chair.
Give me a chair. Ooh, oh,
There's the chair. Being pulled on a rope. Now, if these chairs didn't move in a straight line towards a fixed point, I would be more intrigued. As it currently stands, just like the guy's foot, they're going to a straight point.
This is a very young cryptid who's just discovered his psychic powers and it's like experimenting.
Ooh, the monitor turned on.
但係點解有 effect 嘅先？有聲喎，大家聽唔聽到聲啊？有聲冇咩可能啊？
Wow, that's a VFX. Wait, let's go see it again. Let's see it again.
睇一次啊！
So first, props for them for doing reflections in the window. Good for them. So why is that VFX all the screens turning on, even though they so lovingly did the screens and the reflection? Well, because the screens cast zero light into the environment once they turn on. Turn on any screen and look at the environment. It casts light into it. Also, LCD screens don't have static.
Yeah, unless they're like switching to a source, like an analog receiver that doesn't have a signal. Like there's no way.
Static on a screen is from back in the day when your TV was hooked up to an antenna, and the antenna would receive radio waves, electromagnetic waves, and turn those into an image. When it wasn't dialed into a channel, basically a broadcasting frequency, it was literally just getting the random electromagnetic frequencies from space, which represents itself as random pixels on your TV, aka noise. All right, that's cool.
喂，呢個大神識好多嘢喎，好服佢喎，好全面喎。嗱，而家我後邊個電視機仔呢一架就係 analog 啊，即係其實如果係噪音吱嘅聲咧，就 analog 先會有噪音喎。即係頭先個電腦嚟講係 LCD，LCD 係唔會有噪音嘅喎，即係佢嘅原理上佢都可以解釋到。
You know, what a fun little project for some people to do in the office on their off hours. Cryptid.
This might look like an
其實網上好多人咧，好有心做啲，佢哋好俾你好多娛樂性對佢嚟講好滿足噶呢樣嘢。即係如果大家對佢影片好有興趣咧，好多人 share 嘅，即係我覺得係一種娛樂嚟嘅。當然佢唔會同你講嗰樣嘢係佢做出嚟噶啦，當然係講事實啦，咁先好玩啊嘛。不過係可以拆得穿噶。
an ordinary gym to you, but at night it's far from normal.
So cryptids, they start invisible, but then they finally gain a spirit orb of sorts. And that is, I think, their first manifestation.
Kevin installed those cameras a few months ago, but it wasn't very long until he was alerted to some intruders. Very strange intruders.
What is this freaking like?
Orbs! Shit. Thankfully, they brought experts in to say these are actually friendly spirits.
It's not uncommon for apparently industrial buildings to get perceived supernatural experience.
Local ghost expert Mason Winfield.
Law enforcement appears powerless to stop it.
眼見優咩？
Is powerless to stop
Did she
these
say
friendly
that?
spirits.
What? Oh my gosh. This is very clearly dust just drifting in front of the lens.
Yeah, it's an old building. They turn on the AC.
So security cameras have infrared LEDs right around the lens. So when stuff goes by the camera, it catches the light from what's basically a bright infrared flashlight that's right beside the camera lens. So things are super bright when they're right in front of the light. So literally dust or bugs. That looks like dust to me. It's just blowing by the lens. It's out of focus. It's bright. So it looks like a freaking bokeh, a circle. It's crappy cameras that are leaving trails. You know, everybody at the news station knows this is dust.
Like everyone here knows it's dust, and they're like, hey, they're sending news people down here and some like ghost experts. So everyone come to the gym today so we can all box in the background.
Cryptid.
Yeah.
嗱呢樣嘢咧，
These cryptids, the journey, they started
即係
invisible.
曾經啦，即係曾經頭先個 op 嚟講啊，佢解釋嗰個 op 話，即係曾經我喺夜半 call 星嗰邊咧，我都有講過啊。即係我講過，我話推翻自己喎，反而即係以前我睇翻以前嗰啲影片026嘅年代10年前10幾年前即係026，我覺得有啲咧， 就係因為有啲係空中爆嘅就唔知係咪自然現象喎，即係嗰啲 op 頭先影到啊。不過後尾咧就覺得即係長期觀察 CCTV 嗰啲形態咧，有啲真係塵嚟嘅喎。所以呢樣嘢咧令我後邊咧，即係我之前都有講過，最緊要推翻自己，咁樣先有進步啦嘛。不過我自然我之前嘅靈異錄嘅影片有好多咧，真係唔可否認都有可能係塵嚟嘅。即係我哋係講到係一個 op 嘅現象。op 嘅現象有啲其實佢同即係靈異嗰啲事件係一線之差。即係大家即係有時出現嘅時候，點解有聲嘅咧？有時出現嘅時候咧，嗰啲漂浮嘅形式咧，有加埋有啲 EMF 機咁樣先至為呢個公信喎。所以話呢樣嘢 op 嚟講咧，到後期嚟講，我都會推翻自己嗰樣嘢係咪真係一粒好大粒嘅塵或者係點樣？佢就唔係昆蟲，佢係塵嚟嘅。呢個時候睇一睇大家嘅留言先喎。係今日技術性好高㗎，今日睇一睇。阿Sim你好，Sim嚟咗。等你明天啦，明天就係100集嘅星期5一定要睇下。明天係夜半 call 星嘅我環節。今日睇你影片之前呢，今晚瞓得着係啊。其實話是話你睇下佢哋分析嚟講呢啲影片其實所以我成日講你睇我節目呢，越睇越大膽嘅。靈異事件我信，不過就唔係咁頻密啦，就唔係想象中嗰種係又咪又係嗰種未完未了，繼續睇
These cryptids, the journey, they started invisible, they've manifested into spirit orbs, and now they're building out their mortal form.
喂，頭先嗰個都好誇張喎，一件咁嘅事咁多人報導所以呢個亦都係好多人被摧毀係一個真係一個群眾現象係絕對有商業價值㗎。如果講靈異事件都係可以。
All right, are you ready? They're not quite solid yet, but they're getting there.
呢個之前都睇過啦。
Ooh. This is a person in a bed sheet composited into the shot.
Kind of looks like it.
Once again, venturing into speculation territory. Could you do this with visual effects? Yes.
Absolutely.
Very easily. Is there anything that indicates this being visual effects? Yes. It strikes me as somebody having recorded the shot twice and then comping them together.
No, we're seeing true 3D motion there. You see how it's below the dash, it kind of moves up and over. So it's if you're to do that, you have to track your shot. You have to track your background footage.
Tracking 呢個係
And then you have to add this on top. But in a way, you could totally do that with 2 plates there. The perspective doesn't change very much. It's effectively a 2D effect.
Yeah, you start the shot and you film the ghost, and then the camera's on the dashboard locked off. Then you have the person go across. That's your element. You can cut it out, do whatever you want with it. Just motion track it back to the shot. This is a very easy shot to do with visual effects.
The things that we can use to prove that it's VFX all happen at the end here. Here at the end, the ghost actually goes over a bush that's supposed to be closer to camera. And that's weird. And then it's the masking behind the trees here. Once it crosses behind the trees, you can see that there's this very super sharp dark edge. Now, granted, it's a headlight coming from the perspective of the lens. Theoretically, our light wrap would be that dark on the edge.
But still, it's a very defined edge there for what's otherwise very blurry and compressed video. It does strike me as being odd. I like how the ghost is authentically walking. It doesn't float.
Yeah, it walks.
It walks.
It's a walking ghost.
Yeah, that's a cryptid.
係一個 masking 係加落去 effect 嘅。
Here's our first fully formed cryptid, displaying some classic cryptid behaviors.
That looks like she's digging with her hands.
Looking at that weird creature there? What is that? Is that looks like she's digging with her hands. Oh, hell yeah. I'm down for this. This is creepy and spooky.
Yeah, it's a cryptid. What do they do in the graveyard?
呢個唔係一個人扮。
So not a creature, just a human being.
Just
係
a
啊係啊
crackhead.，
我覺得係一個人扮。
The human being is doing creepy things. I like it.
It's just a creepy dude. Well, that means he's a cryptid.
Oh, we have a cryptid.
We got a cryptid there. Yeah, just a guy. Someone maybe on drugs. Someone who's, dealing with a mental health problem.
係咁睇又唔似 effect 喎，真係好 natural 嗰啲 pixel。
Ooh, this is a good setup for a creepy video.
So let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Monster squealed that wave.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
It's about to get scared.
頭先嗰個 Monster Skill 即係嗰個我哋叫就嗰啲 effect 倉啊 ，effect 嘅 audio 倉啊，即係我哋 effect audio 倉，你有時做影片朋友知啦，啊，佢有成個 bundle， 即係話我要Monster 嗌嘅聲，揾到你適合嘅位置啊，所以呢頭先佢嗰個意思即係話係咪嗰個倉入邊揾出嚟㗎？即係啊嗰個人哋製造咗俾你做影片嘅一個效果。嗰啲 audio 嚟㗎。
What is that? Dude, what is that?
Is that a full-size guy?
Here we go.
Go! No! Run!
He's just Quentin Jones.
What the hell?
That's a dude.
It's just a dude.
You're a dude.
Yes, look at that. It's like literally his friend with like freaking long underwear or something on. At first it was really convincing, and then it's just like a dude with his underwear.
That's the headcrab from Half-Life.
Or is that a predator mask?
You can see it falling off, so he like pushes on it. He's like, oh, gotta adjust my mask real quick. They made the mistake of having him come too close to the light. Wonderful video. I quite enjoyed it.
It was excellent all the way until the reveal. Crypt didn't.
Crypt didn't.
利用光線啦，呢個慳翻啲 effect。
On that note, would you like to see the final clip?
I would love to see it.
係最後一個咯，係
Something completely unexplainable. Something so bone-chilling. You may never be able to unsee this cryptid.
Oh no! Oh no! I hope when my boy is like 4 years old that he puts a t-shirt on his head and does this in my driveway.
I know. It's literally that's a boy with a towel on his head and it's millions of views. Has the Dobby mystery been solved? Let me say the description. 3 months after a creepy creature that resembled Dobby from Harry Potter was captured on a home security camera, the question remains, who or what was it? Some viewers noticed similarities to Dobby, while others theorized it could be Gomez's 9-year-old son wearing underwear on his head. Inside Edition put it to the test by placing underwear on Bobby's head and then asking him to do the chicken dance.
Wait, I need to see this.
He's like, all right, put this underwear on your head.
Oh, that's him.
Dude, look
at that skinny little guy.
It's totally him.
It's totally that kid. Look at that.
Look at the evidence.
You know what? Props to Inside Edition for doing some hard investigative journalism.
They brought the story.
Honestly, the fact they went out there and did that and they got the same shot is rad.
Is it?
係因為你着嗰啲衫你知啊！哎呀，睇一睇大家留言先啦，一陣就繼續去片㗎嚇。嗱，一定係睇下一個影片喎，即係下一個影片嚟講，有講到重點㗎。即係嗰個重點嚟講，之前我都有解釋過咧，即係有啲係CCTV 嘅反應嗰邊啦，係就有啲技術上咧就睇到好似係鬼啊，嗰個係最令人 confuse 嘅。一陣佢哋都有解釋到嗰個技術上嘅問題。究竟咩問題咧？睇一睇大家留言先。我喺度係啊，聽日約定，明天係 Friday， 當然係啦，係咯。啊，今日係咯，今日睇下啲咩都好，今日技術性啦，係。技術性知多啲啦嘛，係認知仍然係知多啲。OK， 好啦，咁啊，尋日 UFO， 今日嚟鬼影片啊，我哋繼續睇一睇下一個影片嘅喎。All right 啊，即係我哋睇一睇先喎。跟住呢一個嘢啊，我哋睇一睇佢嘅 view 數嚟講啊，即係如果係佢哋嘅環境嚟講咧，啊，等我研究下先喎。啊！即係如果西方嘅環境，如果啲咁樣嘅技術性嘅嘢，其實一般上嚟講啊，都唔會話點樣講啊。如果我哋嚟講都係比較沉悶啲嘅，因為佢技術性啊嘛。啊，睇下而家2.6個 million 嘅喎。啊，原來佢下一個我而家接落嚟睇嘅佢嘅影片咧，哇，都有睇唔睇到啊？係。2.6個 million 啊！哇，1年前 係2個 million view 啊！即係睇一睇有冇正常人先啦。即係佢哋 fans 嚟講professional visual artist 啊，係 visual effect artist 啊，係即係攞佢哋嘅經驗嚟同我哋講呢啲係堅嘅，邊啲係流嘅其實當中嚟講啦，如果中意研究人呢，中意技術上嘅人呢，你睇下啲 comment 全部都好正面嘅。其實點都要正面嘅嘢嘅，所以今日呢就帶出嚟呢，即係一方面講冇用請下啲大神嚟同大家分享下，即係佢哋見到嗰啲嘢呢，其實係一般上呢，我哋見唔到嘅，我哋都係普通市民嚟嘅啫。有好多佢點知道咁多後邊嗰啲嗰啲動機呢？其實啲全部呢都包括埋咩商業價值因為有好多朋友為咗睇 YouTube 或者睇咩佢嘅商業動機呢係最重要噶嘛如果佢講鬼影片嚟講，能夠吸引一大班群眾，呢啲全部係商機嚟噶，唔係講笑大佬咁我睇下個影片嘅就拉屎噶咯睇埋之後呢，就可以大概知道。
Ghosts caught on camera. Hopefully we can convince you that these are fake.
And if visual effects are at play. And you can hold my hand if you want to. I'll be honest, this one's pretty good.
What is a ghost? Nico, have you ever seen a ghost or had a ghostly premonition?
No, I don't believe in ghosts. All of my experience.
佢又本身唔信
This
嘅
can be 100% explained with
我哋就信啦。
science.
I actually haven't either. I totally have not. I know that people out there, when they have an experience like this, they swear by it. So while we don't have that emotional connection to these clips, we do have a few years of VFX experience under our belt. Hopefully we can convince you that these are fake.
As visual effects artists, we can analyze the pixels, figure out if we are looking at real ghost footage and if visual effects are at play. We're not going to get into arguments about what happens after you die or anything like that. Leave that up to the frothy comment section down below. So some of these videos have like 20 million views.
Wow.
Just imagining the person who watches like 1 or 2 ghost videos and then the YouTube algorithm's just like, you like ghosts, huh? Wall of ghost videos. It's about to happen to you after seeing this video.
Sorry.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. What do we have here? Ghosts caught on camera.
Oh, all
right. Okay, so the ghost is wrecking the place. So first off, okay, it's a ghost. So a ghost is a person. You have to pick up the spoon and ghostly throw it. You don't go like, but you don't like ghost spider web to a spoon and then yank it across the room. So that's what it seems like. This is like Ghost Spider-Man who wants a spoon.
Wow, 好快喎。
Okay, so obviously option A, ghosts are real. The end. Option B. I have a pretty good feeling we're just looking at some strings, pulling stuff. All right, now we have a lot of focus on this drawer.
It's one of the drawers that's quite well framed in the shot. Not any of the other drawers in the kitchen.
Exactly, but also think about this too now. If you're gonna tug on that with a string, you only have 2 locations you can do it. You don't want to contaminate the space by standing in the room, creating unnecessary like shadow or something like that. So you're either hiding behind that door or you're off frame right around the camera. And off frame right around the camera just so happens to be the direction that most of these objects are traveling.
The door that opens also follows the same logic.
There's probably a dude. Sorry. There's a dude around frame right, and he's got 2 little strings, some fishing lines, something small, and one's attached to the handle of the drawer. The other one is already attached to the silverware inside it.
I can't see any evidence of visual effects, but this would be so easily faked that you have to go with the more plausible explanation. Their whole TikTok is ghost related, by the way. So really, here's the question. Is the influencer Ben and Lainey, or is it the ghosts?
I mean, is the ghost getting a cut?
Ah, 呢一個 effect 大家留意下。
Ooh, I like that one. Oh, that's just some guy vaping out of his car window. I'll be honest, this one's pretty good.
But look out, there's some smoke on the front left bumper too, see?
I don't think it's smoke.
If it's smoke, it's not dissipating the way smoke should.
The little flicker of white at the bottom corner of the screen on the car's bumper, it feels like it's something really close to the lens that's out of focus.
Well, it's a crappy infrared sensor too, so you might get some sort of streaking or trails.
I do not see evidence of visual effects here.
No.
Could we remake this effect? Yeah, we totally could. Like, this is something you could do in visual effects and you can have it be flawless and be hard to see how it's made. But the other thing's like, would a VFX artist think to just put a random little blob down by the car's bumper? No, they probably wouldn't. You know, that kind of stuff is very accidental. Oh, you know, I think I figured out what it is. This could be like a porch or something like that, and it could have something above it, and somebody could have just stomped on the ground and a little bit of dust went psst from up in the rafters and just floated by. And it's only like a few feet away from the camera. So you have dust coming off the left too.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
All right.
車尾嗰仲有一粒，睇唔睇得明啊？喂，大家。
Once you like get it and you see it, you're like, oh, that's it. You just know.
啊，呢樣嘢你探討下先。
Oh, you got it.
So you have dust coming off the left too.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you got it.
And it's only like a few feet away from the camera. So you have dust coming off the left too.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it.
即係其實佢點樣飛咧？其實佢 frame per second 係唔夠，仲有一個原因係 frame per second 唔夠啊，因為佢嘅感光唔夠嚟講咧，佢 frame per second 好低啦。
All right, moving on. No ghost.
It's funny, like once you like get it and you see it, you're like, oh, that's it. You just know.
啊，呢個好 common 啦，呢個現象係咪啊
？This is just low shutter speed.
It's a low shutter speed on it.
Low shutter speed 即係話 shutter speed 唔夠啊，當然係24以下就大概係24以下嘅 frame per second.
Infrared sensor. Look at the particles streaking. So this is the trailing effect I'm talking about. You see like dust streaking across the lens here? If you look at footage of old video cameras, it happens all the time with hotspots as well. Either we're dealing with trailing artifacts on the infrared sensor or a low shutter speed.
But not just like having a low shutter, but having a shutter that's kind of like averaging or putting together these long exposures.
Yeah.
Most cameras take a frame 24 times a second or 30 times a second, but sometimes you need so much light that you can only capture a frame, say, once every half second or once every second. Something like the background, which isn't moving, will appear really solid, but the person who's moving is basically just turning into a big motion blur as they keep going across.
The reason he's disappearing over there is because the only reason he's being illuminated is because the camera itself is pushing out infrared light into the space for it to pick up, for the sensor itself to detect. And once you start getting that far away, you're leaving that natural area of where the infrared light is. Because look how bright everything is.
佢個解釋係 infrared 嗰邊到唔到喎因為佢解釋喎，呢個嘢真係有得閒真係親身去研究一下呢一個技術上嘅問題。呢個就有意思啊！呢個我大概知係咩？我呢2年先知嘅啫，呢樣嘢。
Whoa, interesting.
His camera's getting screwed up.
That's a cool like data mosh effect going on. Okay, I wonder if this is just the codec glitching out and not updating parts of the image as the person walks through it. So the parts that say static, basically the computer goes, okay, I'm just gonna give you a picture. You just hold this picture until I tell you that there's new data there. And that's basically how it saves space in terms of compressing the video. So like the house, the tree, everything around here is not moving. It's basically just a still picture that's been told to just stay on frame for as long as possible. And so as this person gets close, it could be glitching out and keeping some of that there and not updating it with new information. Because it's dark and you just have one tiny little moving thing on screen, it could be that it's just too little movement to trigger the codec to create a new keyframe basically to add new data to it or to add new data to that block.
嗱，呢個技術頭先佢講咧，如果係即係呢一個技術嚟講啊，係通常係發生喺嗰啲舊嘅，唔係舊啊，即係而家我哋好多係用 WiFi 噶嘛 ，WiFi 上去或者係 cloud 或者係入你個手機嘅嗰個記錄嘅，佢係獨立式嘅，即係以前唔係以前啦，即係另外一種方式嚟係佢係一個總部嘅即係佢係一個總部。佢總部咧，佢係收集所有嘅嘢。佢個總部咧，當嗰個總部嗰個 storage 咧滿嘅時候咧，佢自動識 update 洗嘢噶嘛。佢自動洗嘢嘅時候，即係佢嗰個切位啦。佢洗嘢嘅時候，而家我將個洗啊 update 晒啦。佢切位同埋佢嗰個現實 拍緊嘅時候咧，佢一轉換嗰個位啊，嗰、個 codec 啊，佢轉換嘅時候嗰、個咁啱嗰個行過嗰個 point 咧，嗰、個切位，所以佢轉換嗰個 codec 嗰度就產生咗個差池。不過相信咧呢樣嘢將會越嚟越少，因為而家嘢將會進步啊 ，update 嘅嘢佢方式都唔一樣，所以個 codec 咧係將來咧會有舊機先係出現咁樣嘅問題嘅。所以呢樣嘢就出現好多喺嗰啲社交媒體不斷 forward 一啲影到鬼嘅影片啦，其實係一個技術上嘅差池啊。
What you're about to witness on this video can only be described as an assault.
These two fine gentlemen were minding their own business in the stairwell when they were brutally assaulted by a ghost.
He then endures a very brief but very aggressive session of some paranormal ground and pound.
有黑影。
Paranormal ground and pound.
All right, so visual effects. We finally have some visual effects. This one's really straightforward. It's pretty clearly a locked off camera. The guys go and they do their first pass, and then their friend goes and does the second pass as the ghost, and they just literally layer the footage on top and make it transparent, and then run all of this through the crappiest, most degrading color grade and color filters and smudge and blur and all that stuff. This is a useless security camera if this is actually what it looks like. No one would ever put a security camera in a stairwell like this that has zero light and can't get you an image.
即係你一架機擺喺度定位拍咗2次啊，再暗啲光位調暗咗，就形成一個影咁樣嘅嘢，係 still 啊，即係我哋覺得你點做都唔使 tracking 啊。
That ghost. Imagine being that ghost though, and your unfinished business was kicking the shit out of that guy. There's one guy I got to mount and deliver a paranormal grounded pound to.
所以好多時候咧，我哋啲靈魂啦，擺啲鬼魂啊，俾我哋人類，俾我哋活人擺上台啊，係咪無中生有啊？
Yes, I finally kicked Kevin's ass. The following clip was filmed while my mom and I were on vacation. We decided to leave our cats home alone for the few nights we would be gone. Jesus Christ! That cat.
Oh, this is creepy.
The mirror adds a nice cinematic touch. Oh, there's a second cat.
呢個我睇過。
You can hold my hand if you want to.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, so the first thing that jumps out to me is this being fake. If you look closely at the table when it shakes, you can see that it's been composited in because you can see it fade in and out over the background footage. So they filmed that separately.
呢個好粗啊，大佬！直頭係 mask 咗 ，mask 都唔識 mask 啊，大佬！呢個 Oh my God!
And stuck it on top of the footage that they have there. So the VFX there basically debunked this whole shot, but let's take a look at the rest of it and see what else stands out as evidence of this being faked. So the shadow in the hallway, based on the reflection, the light casting that shadow is on the ground around the corner. So somebody set up a light on the floor, and most people don't put their lights on the floors. Also, the door gets pulled shut in the same spot from where the person was casting the shadow. How convenient that the things that get moved get pulled towards where the people would be. The camera getting knocked off the shelf is unique. I would assume that somebody else is in this room with a string. One of the things is they don't show you the end of the shot. Like, if the camera kept recording and it was pointing at the wall, why not continue the shot until it points at the wall?
Yeah.
In fact, what's more likely is the camera fell off the shelf.
And then it fell, and then there's like a dude by the table. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I guess we'll cut this part.
Secondly, the cat that comes around the corner and looks at us happens to look in the direction of where the table was shaken. In other words, if there's a person hiding in this room calling the cat, they would have to be below the camera in order to shake the table, call the cat who happens to look in this direction, and then pull a string or whatever and knock the camera down. The cat's motion on the left really implies that there's a person by the table / camera.
See, look at that cat look at the person on the floor. Looking at the camera a little bit.
Ears twitch.
Hear the ears twitching?
Ears twitch back up.
See, yeah,
back.
The cat gave us a clue.
不過如果佢唔搞咁多嘢，仲有啲可信程度，要搞咁多嘢咧，穿晒崩。佢講到一句嘢都好有意思嘅，點解唔可以影埋下一個影片咧？就好似 紅衣小女孩咁樣，到嗰度停咗啦，永遠冇下一步。睇一睇大家留言講咩先喎？係啊，無端端將架機放喺樓梯口嚇，即係唔係係啊 ？S 話教育性，睇多啲咁嘅嘢喎。係啊，有時正面啲，唔好下下都話係鬼啊！大佬呢個世界上咧，其實我放呢度嘅影片咧，其實我放出嚟咧，已經係好已經係好 deep 嗰種噶啦。即係而家嗰啲咧，你話嗰啲咩鬼嘢探靈啊，影到一張相蒙蒙地又話鬼，哇！嗰啲我仲夠接受唔到喎。哎喲，睇下正面啲好，有時做人正面啲啊，做翻個人啊。
So even though this is a fake clip, I still actually really like it. You know, staged or not, the cat acting is really well.
即係可能貓玩啦。
That was a pent-up scream from all these scares. The only way I can keep a clear head is if I let tiny screams out occasionally.
呢個好紅啊
has opened.
Ooh.
好大力個鬼。
Something else moves now. That's usually how it goes. I feel like we're gonna get a locker slam. Yeah.
呢個我睇都知啦，大佬啊，咁大個窗口。
Window there. Like it's only mysterious if people like us can't just look at it and go, "Oh yeah, there's a window there where someone could easily reach through and wiggle that thing."
Come on, ghost.
Spooky face. Is it gonna be the slippery sign? Yeah, called it.
Wow, that ghoster has some good dramatic timing.
Yeah.
The ghost slipped.
That was the ghost slipping.
I can't believe this person got 20 million views of this video.
What are we doing?
As a professional YouTuber for over a decade, when I see a video like this that gets 20 million views, and I think about how much work we put into our videos, sometimes it's tough. That's the real scary moral of this situation.
呢個係佢私人呻一呻咯，即係 AV effect 搞到唔使瞓啦，一頭半個月都冇咁多 view 你整一整咁嘅嘢，所以你想做咩角色啦？有啲係所以個世界啦，繼續睇。
This is probably a real camera that they just stuck up on like a ladder.
Yeah, actually pause.
You can see an actual security camera, it looks like.
Exactly. And you can see how high they're mounting these cameras. So just that alone right there kind of puts this one to bed.
This camera is literally at the height of picture frames. This camera is as high as this. It's like, have you ever seen a security camera mounted at like just above head level?
Yeah, just someone back there slamming a door. There's literally a window right there, which provides a perfect.
呢一招咧，我哋嘅老大神咩啊？嗰個叫咩啊？咩啊 ？Ghost 咩啊 ？Dark Ghost 我哋嘅蘇聯大神好中意出呢一招噶嗰位 Dark Ghost 蘇聯嘅靈探嗰位成日都係用咁樣呢一招嚟推櫃嘅。
Entry point to push on that locker, and then strings, bro. We can talk about strings all day, but
strings are great. You can do a lot with strings. Like you're out there, like I need a really good computer to do visual effects. Like no, just literally black thread.
Like when I watch this stuff, I'm like, I'm not even trying to analyze it for VFX. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a ghost. It's like I'm a ghost. I go to school. I'm like, slam, shake, randomly open a door. Some stuff falls out. It's like, what are you doing? Then he slips on the floor. Like, are ghosts just drunk? I want to help recreate what a ghost does when it goes into a house. It's just like, yeah, I'm a ghost.
其實西方唔係預線嚟講咧，就係最經濟嘅唔使 visual effect 如果 visual effect 你又買架電腦，有學啲技術。最經濟係拉下啲線搞下啲技術又唔使翻去做後期。魚線最經濟啦，同埋後邊推啲咁嘅嘢，物理上嘅喐動係最經濟嘅一個效果。
It's like, what are you doing? Just bumping into crap.
當然我本人就信鬼嘅，我本人係信嘅，不過你俾啲公信力我啫 就唔好下下擺啲鬼上台啊，擺啲神鬼上台啊。
Alright, so after we recorded this video,
呢個係廣告時間又係啊。
from this hallway. Maybe somebody just playing a prank on us. But I grabbed my sound recorder. Let's go in there, see what we can discover. Okay? Just videos of objects that the ghosts move. I was hoping for like more videos of like, you know, a girl in a colonial dress like floating through the air or something like that. But no, there's actually very little footage of actual ghosts. The little smoke puff, that sent a tiny chill down my spine.
Yes.
So Halloween comes around every year, in fact. And so for next year, we need some.
係啊，結論啦嚇，即係其實搬啲大神嚟分享下呢啲嘢啊。不過真係要知多啲啦，大家喂其實咧，如果係喺佢哋眼中嚟講咧，我相信係有嘅，不過唔多。我諗如果係1成都冇啊，9成嚟講唔多，你一定要知道個來龍去脈，嗰個嘢係點樣出現嘅啊。當然係有啦，鬼影片我哋本身都有影過啲黑影，都係唔可以解釋嘅。不過佢哋嚟講咧就比較係tricky 啲嘅啊，因為佢哋係不過點樣都好多要 balance 啊嘛啊，因為佢哋嘅一啲咁樣嘅認知啊，一啲咁樣嘅技術上嘅認知嚟講啊，都幫助我哋嘅一個提高一個知識嘅，係相信有鬼，唔係不迷信啦，係啦，當然係有。後邊人推嗰隻係最簡單嘅，其實係。不過如果當年我哋做啲咁樣嘅嘢咧，就好快紅喎。其實係進一步喎。如果你做呢樣嘢有效果嚟講咧，其實係一個效應嚟㗎。點樣講啊？即係如果你做啲即係唔係好出色嘅咧，即係我哋 YouTube 其實有一班人喺度推緊啲咁樣嘅ghost video 喎。即係嗰班人係邊種人咧？就係嗰啲咩 Top 5Asia Top 10 10大最恐怖嘅嘢，你喺日本啦，嗰啲泰國嗰啲佔唔少喎，因為佢嗰啲出眾啊嘛，有創意啊嘛，你淋啲熱水鬼識嗌喎所以佢哋啲 Top 10 Asia Top 10咁樣推咧，中意鬼影片嘅人咧，佢覺得哇呢個堅喎就會 follow 所以有一個咁嘅效應，其實好快㗎嗰個進度，尤其是 view 數啲商業性真係好快㗎。睇心性啦，睇你會唔會做呢樣嘢先係，即係如果拉下預線嚟講，好快㗎，都唔係個 video 拉啦。你對得起嚟講，你成段嘢響你 YouTube 1-2隻咯，1-2隻可以增進啲進度啊，起碼係啦，唔使做得咁辛苦啊，大佬唔使揾食啊，係咪先？咁樣就今晚有鬼啊，咁聽日見啊，聽日咧就。11點我哋第100節之後咧就會有啲新嘢教噶咯喎，100節就暫時完成 Season 1嘅夜半可惜，咁樣就聽日見噶咯，各位觀眾everyone good night bye bye 噶喂，記住一定要正面思考正面思考咧就會你下一代對我哋下一代都好啲嘅，good night good night everyone， 係最近冇亂嚟各位觀眾。冇亂嚟，世界上有鬼，但係唔俾你見到一定係世界上有鬼當然有啦，係影唔到啫，好多時候。不過我哋影到遲下再同大家分享下啲影片嘅。Good night everyone。